How's it going, guys? I want to discuss some more Need for Speed because that's something that I haven't really discussed in a couple of weeks or so, and that's a game that I am excited to play. I think all of us are pretty excited to play this game, and here are 7 interesting things we know so far about Need for Speed, just to, kind of refresh our heads, know what we're going to be getting into. Now, there is 7 things. I'm going to add an 8th. We all basically know this. There's no manual transmission mode. That's an obvious. They just didn't add that. It's going to be automatic only. So we're going to continue from that. Basically, let's just get that off our chest. No manual transmission. We already know that. Let's move forward. Oh well, it's not in the game. It would be nice, but that's the way she goes. It doesn't make the game bad. I don't think it makes the game bad in any way if it doesn't have manual transmission. That's just my opinion. But let's go forward. So, number 1, the car list is a very, very long and varied list, and this is the cars so far with more to come. As tweeted by Need for Speed on August 18th, and still many more to come. I'm pretty sure they've actually kind of, revealed some more since then. And I mean, this list is just going to grow and grow and grow with updates, DLCs, etc. It's going to, well, updates and DLCs is the same thing. Basically, with DLCs, it's going to even grow more. So this list, though, so far looks awesome. We got M3s, we got M4s, we got Mustangs, S2000s, Lambos, RX-7s, Evos, Silvias. We got the works, Skylines, Porsches, Subarus, Toyotas, and it's just going to keep on rolling. The list looks really good. Now, I'll just kind of basically read off what they said. EA says that the new Need for Speed is supposed to encompass the whole car scene, and one of the ways it achieves that is by having a very, very large and varied car list. Now, this list above gives a good outline of what's been officially revealed so far, but since that tweet, we've spotted more, like I said, unconfirmed rides such as a C6 Corvette and the Dodge Challenger, and there's even more. From what we've seen so far, though, there'll be modern classics, rare classics, modern classics. We'll have new cars, old cars, JDM cars, Euro cars, everything. We're going to have everything. Need for Speed, they want to be, like they said, they want to encompass the whole car scene. It's going to have a nice, varied list, which is something that everyone can relate to because everyone likes a certain type of car. So if you have basically every single type of car in your game, chances are you're going to pique basically someone's interests in a particular car. You know what I mean? Like, I personally like BMWs, Nissans, Toyotas, so I'm going to be very intrigued, and I like Ford. I basically like all cars, but let's just say I like BMWs. I'm going to be intrigued that there's BMWs in the game, while someone else might be intrigued that there's Lamborghinis in the game, and they'll be just as intrigued as I am because there's Lamborghinis they get to drive, and there's BMWs that I get to drive. Get the picture? It's gonna be pretty sweet. But let's move forward. Now, this one I am not too happy about. They limit you. I hate being limited. I don't know, like, you can only own 5 cars at a time. Realistically, there's millionaires who own like thousands of cars. So being limited kind of sucks. It's a bit of a setback, but it doesn't make the game horrible. It would be cool if we could have more than 5 cars, but 5 cars is still 5 cars. That's still a fair amount of cars to own in your garage. But you're going to have to be very selective, I guess, of the 5 cars you have, which will be hard for me because it's going to be basically filled up right away with Nissans, Toyotas, and Beamers. And at that point, what else am I going to have, right? But that's like all of us, I guess. We're just going to have to sell our cars a lot. That's basically what's going to be happening. But let's keep moving forward. We obviously know the setting. We're going to be cruising the streets of Ventura Bay. It's basically like Los Angeles. It's based off sort of like they kind of wanted to recreate Los Angeles. It's got the canyons, kind of got the desert mountains overlooking the city. It's going to be freaking awesome. I can't wait. As you can tell right here, this is going to be a sweet drift section. Have people parked up here while we're watching, whatever. It's a good meetup point. It's exciting, man. It is very exciting. I love the setting of this game. It's perfect. It honestly is perfect. And we saw what it looks like. It looks live. Like, it looks real. It doesn't look dead. There's traffic. I don't know if there's people, but there's tons of traffic. It just looks like it's living. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel like a dead world. Like, there's shit going on, and that's a really good thing. Kind of something, you know, I'll be honest. I don't want to say it because I love The Crew, still do. And obviously with the Wild Run coming out, that's even a success to their original game. But one of the things that I didn't personally like about the original The Crew was just how dead it kind of felt sometimes, their city. And I mean, it is their first game. Like, they're coming out with the Wild Run. I'm not even counting that one because that one's amazing looking, right? But if we're going to be looking back at The Crew, that's just an example of kind of, you know, a dead type of world. It just didn't, it had tons of traffic, don't get me wrong, but it just, at times, it did feel a little bit dead. Don't hate me for that. I love the game. Trust me, I really do. I cannot wait for Wild Run. It looks impeccable. The graphics, they've like revamped it. It's like night and day from The Crew to The Crew Wild Run. It really is. But I'm just giving an example, comparing because we've seen the gameplay of Need for Speed, of Ventura Bay, to the world of The Crew. And honestly, like, it's just my opinion. You can agree, you can disagree. Let me know in the comments below. But next up, we're going to talk about the police wanted level. This is basically in every single Need for Speed. I mean, besides Underground 2, that's been part of the game, is having police. And this is it. And it looks like the amount of cruisers, how real they are, like just the moves. Like, when I say real, I don't mean like they look real. Obviously, they look real. I mean, the game's graphics looks real. I'm talking about just the way they drive. They drive like if you were being pursued by a police car, the tactics they use to try and stop you is so real in this game that I've like kind of like Grand Theft Auto 5. When you're getting chased by the cops in that game has really good police pursuits. If you actually really sit back, look at the big picture, and see how the AI cops try and stop you, it's very, very awesome, and this is gonna be sweet. I cannot wait. So let's just quickly read this. On the subject of the police, if you look to the left of the shot, just above the fine value, there are 4 flames, which is right here. So given the fact that this only appears during a police chase, it's pretty safe to assume that there are different wanted levels. Obviously, that looks like a 4-star wanted level. Taking the assumption further, it's likely this will affect how aggressive the cops are. That's like basically every single game that has cops. I mean, but like I was saying, the way these cops are reacting in this game is even more real than before. And that's what I'm looking forward to. Hopefully you guys understand what I mean. Let me know as well. I got about basically 8 things to ask you guys at the end of this video. So let's just move forward to number 5. So we all know this. There are 5 ways to play Need for Speed. Now let's just quickly read it. Another feature of Need for Speed, something for everyone mentality, is the 5 ways to play. So we got speed, style, build, crew, and outlaw. Everything you will do to contribute reputation, because you want to build up reputation points for each game mode, win sprint races, and race clean to earn speed points. Drift in a train with your friends to earn crew points, and escape the cops to become an outlaw. Each game mode has a modern icon attached to it, and as you gain more points in each section, these icons will begin to notice you, unlocking challenges and races to progress further in the story. That's very, very awesome. It's gonna make this game have, I would say, honestly, it's gonna give this game more replay value, and that's very smart. It's gonna make it so if you're kind of bored, you have something constantly to do. Like, it's going to make this game longer to play. There's always something you can do to progress further, to progress your career to the best you can. You know what I mean? So let me know. I think this is really cool. 5 ways to play. It's pretty sweet. Next, drift or grip handling slider. Now, that's not just these 2. We got a lot of customization in this game. I mean, you can basically, like, the toe, you know, the alignment, like everything, tire pressure. You basically have the works when it comes to tuning in this game. You can make your car basically look however you want, and it adds so much creativity for everybody. You can stance your car out, you can make your car a street car, you can make your car a drag car, you can make your car whatever your beautiful mind can do. And that is perfection, and that right there alone makes this, I would say, one of the best customizing car games ever to be made. Really, really is. I don't know if I really worded that the best way I could. If you're taking a car and you want to customize it, that's what I basically mean. You can do the works in this game. Whereas we'll give an example of a game where the customization of cars lack. That would be Forza, let's say. They don't have any body kits. You know, you can tune though. In Forza you can tune. Does the toe and, you know, the negative camber and crap look compared, like if you've watched videos of Need for Speed and them tuning the negative camber and the toe and making their wheels, you know, kind of stick out, bulge out, does it look as good in Forza? I disagree. I don't think so. I think the details in this game is just that much better, and that's why I said I think this game has so far the best car customization on console, period. But that's just, like I said, that's my opinion. And I have 8 questions for you guys, basically. Well, 7. We're not going to talk about the manual transmission. Basically, I have 7 questions for you guys, and you guys can let me know what you guys think. Even if it's not even these 2, give me some other suggestions of other racing games that have really good customization for consoles and PC. You know what I mean? Like, not just PC, because like we want to be able to play it on the Xbox as well, boys. So make sure it's on both. Let me know. And I guess this is last. Number 7, real world tuning companies. This is like any car game. This isn't really a surprise. I mean, we already have Speed Hunters, which is really cool. Basically, this game's sponsored by them. Kind of like how Forza was, I don't know if they still are, sponsored by Top Gear. It's kind of the same thing, hand in hand. But anyways, let's read it. Need for Speed's list of potential modifications for each car promises to be extensive, and with this comes the need to produce realistic upgraded parts. So we're going to have NOS, we're going to have BBS, we're going to have HKS, we're going to have Greddy, you know, we're going to have just think of car companies, car manufacturing, tuning companies, like aftermarket parts. Think of them. Most likely, they're going to be in this game. A lot of them. And that is sweet. Cannot wait. Basically, this is it. These are the 8 or 7 things to know about Need for Speed, and it is amazing. I cannot wait for this game, guys. So close to be coming out. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. 5th of November, it's just around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys had a good one, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.